Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is a Stitching Colourist with Leo Lewis. Leo Lewis, you know how I said that then. Yes, this is the Stitching Colourist with Leo Lewis. Yeah, for today's video, we're just going to be sat here while the cat snuggles the camera. Yeah, we're going to be doing a bit of a colouring, no, not a colour. We're going to be doing a stitch and chat, and I thought the project we could work on is the one that I received recently from One Day Saving, which is this one, which is the colour. It's not technically the name for it, but I'm calling it the Colourful Landscape, Rainbow Landscape. So this is done. You can get this in an 11 count Aida, which you use 3 strands of thread. This, however, is in an 18 count because you can get this one along with a couple of others on an actual 18 count. Now, I did recently an unboxing of the 18 count, and I think when I did the unboxing, I might have mentioned that I was a bit unsure on how I was planning to stitch this one. Obviously, being on an 18 count, it's not like an 11 count where you'd use 3 strands of thread and do 4 crosses. Well, this one, my plan was originally to do 2 strands of thread, because I think one, it wouldn't show enough. 2 strands of thread over like a 4 cross. However, when the other night I thought I'd have a little go on stitching on it in bed, I didn't try and do the 4 crosses. However, I thought I would test out doing just half a stitch, and I think the name for it, I could be wrong, but I think the name for it is tent stitch. I could be wrong. If you are watching this video, please let me know if I'm saying it right. But yeah, I decided to do a couple of stitches here, but I only did them half a stitch. And I think they've turned out really well, not to mention the not covering up the stitches next to it either. I'm doing pretty good with, I'll have less, obviously it's not going to cover so much of stitches behind it. So yeah, my plans are now actually to stitch this just doing 2 strands and half a cross stitch, which, like I said, I think is tent. Well, I mentioned in my unboxing that the symbols were quite small, so if I hold it up, I'm going to have to hold it up to the camera. So here's some stitches that I decided that I would do in half a cross. Now, you can still see the symbols coming through the thread, because obviously this thread, I'm stitching it in a light cream, and that squared, that white square with the yellow green over it is the symbol, so you can still see the green. However, when this does eventually get washed, when it's finished, you won't see that because all that will be gone. So I'm working this in half a stitch. Now, obviously, the symbols are quite small. When I was in bed the other night, I didn't have my magnifying glasses, and I tried to do a few stitches, and when I worked on these ones, I found that it was quite difficult for me to be able to see. I could see it because I can see it now, but I'm kind of having to really hold it up to the camera, like right up to my face. So a quick solving thing for that is my magnifying glasses. Now, these are Mighty-Sight. I got these from Amazon, and the JLS, I think. Now, this is the second set that I've had. Reason being, the first set, the LED light stopped working, so I had to return them, and then they sent me these. The LED is still working on these, but unfortunately, if you can see here on the glasses part where it goes over the ears, the rubber bits are coming off. So these are not the best not the best magnifying glasses to use, especially not for how much I paid for them, because I paid £20 for these, and I'm sure you can get other magnifying glasses for either the same price or a little bit cheaper that are better. What I will do is I'll still leave a link in the descriptions below to these glasses in case you do want to try them out, but I will say these glasses, try them at your own risk. That's what I'm just going to say about them. The reason why I'm still wearing them is because I need them for this. So we'll start the stitch and chat then. So I'm just going to pop my magnifiers on. We will probably get the cat bouncing down because he looks like he's just about to. Hello. Hello, baby. You do know I have to stitch there, darling. Yeah. Yeah. Leo's come to say hello. Oh, baby. You can't sit there, darling. Leo, I have to record. Sorry, guys. Just give me a moment. Sorry about that, guys. The cat. No, you don't eat my stitching. The cat is refusing to. No. That's my stitching. The cat is refusing to move off the table. He's like, I ain't going nowhere. So we're kind of having to pull my stitching on my lap. But never mind, I can hold the stitching close up. So yeah. I do apologise at any time as well if you can hear him chomping away. He's just got a bit of the... He hasn't actually got it in his mouth now, but he just tried to get a bit of the seam to the side. So I thought what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to roll with it, else we can't really do much because I couldn't put my stitching on him. Sorry. I was pulling it out of focus, wasn't I? It's alright, holding it like this, I'm struggling to see it like this, at this angle. So how is everybody? I hope you're all keeping well. I don't know. I'm not going to say good. I'm coping. I think coping would be the best word for it. Yeah, reason being is because obviously if you've been following me for a while, the cat has been back to the vets, back and forth with crystals in his urine, where it makes him prone to urine infections. And the vets put him on special food. Cut a long story short, the special food's not working as of yet. They said there's not much else they can do at the moment. They said it's a wonder it's not blocked already, and to prepare ourselves for him getting blocked. However, it's a big massive worry because their emergency vets is in Preston, and Preston's way too far. It's too far away. I don't drive. My husband doesn't drive. I don't have any family round here either that could take me to the emergency, so it's a big worry because I think if he needs emergency vets, I can't get there. I'm trying to get him into another vet at the minute because apparently the other vet that I'm trying to get him in is their emergency vet is only in the town next to us, where if need be I could get a taxi to that one. So I'm trying to get him in that vet's at the minute, but he's on a waiting list because they said they're full at the moment. However, I got the email saying like, thank you for registering, he's now on the waiting list. However, because that backlogged, they're only getting round to people that went on the waiting list last January. So it could be on the waiting list for quite a lengthy amount of time yet before they even manage to get him on, which, yeah, at the minute, to be honest, I need to get him with that vet as soon as possible. For if he does need the emergency. But unfortunately I can't. Still giving his Rhumacam for inflammation. If he gets inflammation, if he struggles to go for a wee, but he's only supposed to take that at 7 days at a time. He's coming up on his 7th day tomorrow. However, I think he's weeing, it's helping him, but I think he's still struggling a bit. So my main worry is tomorrow we'll give him his last dose and he's going to be struggling. So what do we do? So that's been a big massive worry at the minute. And I don't know, I just feel like I'm constantly worrying about it. It's on my mind 24/7. This weekend was it was really busy this weekend because it was my son's birthday on Thursday. He turned 9. And the weekend my friends come up from the West Midlands because I had my son a birthday party at this place, like a Saltair. It's a leisure centre with a gym and that, but it also does like birthday parties and that there at the Wacky Warehouse bit, ball pits and play area, soft play. So I booked that place for his 9th birthday. So we had that party this weekend and that was absolutely super busy. Organising it and then obviously doing the party. So that kept my mind really occupied the weekend. And then we spent Sunday with my friend and her sons. We went to the park, had lunch in a cafe before they went to drive back home. So it was nice. I think it was that busy I didn't have time to worry or think. So it was a nice distraction. But obviously now I'm back to worrying. It just goes with the territory, don't it? Just never seems to end. I really hope this food starts working though. I really do. When I spoke to the vet, she said maybe it's really strange because she said it should be working by now. And she said any like animal that has trouble with crystals in the urine, this food is always supposed to work, but it's strange how it's not. But he's got a lot of crystals in his urine, so maybe it's just a case of he needs to be on it longer to work. So he's completely on the food now, biscuits, wet food, on the SU Royal Canin SO food. And if you've heard of Royal Canin, especially the veterinary food, you'll know it's very expensive. It's super expensive. But obviously we don't have a choice, and if it's his health, obviously I'm going to do it. I'm going to do what I can to try and help him. So, yeah. So at the moment I'm doing alright with this stitch piece. I must admit, because it being so small, I'm slightly having trouble seeing where the holes are. Especially with the Aida being printed on, because it seems to cover the holes a bit. But I'm still working on it. So it's just going to take a bit longer. I'm not going to do cross country like one colour at a time because I think that would be physically impossible with this one. And I don't think I'm going to do blocks either because we're just going to have confetti colours here, there and everywhere. So I'm just going to do a watercolour and then just do some more. So say this here where I'm stitching, I'm just going to stitch all this green here, complete that, then stitch this bit in there, and there's that little area done, and just work on it like that and see how I get on. Yeah, in between my other projects as well. So how many minutes we're on? 15. Yeah. Have you ever tried 18 count stitching before? Counted or printed? I've stitched on 18 count counted before. Still difficult, but you can see the holes a lot more because all it is the fabric, so it's just this bit, so you can see the holes more. However, when it's on this, it's a bit harder to see. So this is the first stamped cross stitch that I've worked on in an 18 count. I said it's going to take time, but still. Yeah. So what is everybody up to? Well, I'm busy just doing stuff every day. Today I had a long walk, dropped the kids off at school. Sorry, I'm doing it out of camera over here, aren't I? It's because it's difficult, because I've had to move the camera because the cat's refusing to get off the table. Yeah, I had a long walk today because I needed to get my husband's medication. We've got a chemist round the corner from us, but they didn't have his specific medication in. And he does need it, he really does need it, because it's for his depression and anxiety. So I had to have a long walk down to the other chemist and go and get it from there instead. So I had to walk down there today. Just a long straight road, really. Got there, just got back, put some washing on because I need to get the washing done today. And I'll edit this video when I filmed it. I'll put the link to One Day Saving in the descriptions below, as well as the rest of the stuff, the discount code. I'll put the link to the 18 kits in. I'll put a link obviously to the website, and I'll also put a link to them glasses if I can find the link. But as I said, with the glasses, them are from a different company, they're from JLS. So with those glasses, yeah, buy at your own risk kind of thing. Yeah. Do all that, and I'll probably do a bit of reading if I've got time before getting the kids from school, because I'm trying to do a bit more reading now. I'm not doing too bad though, because since January I've finished 3 books. At the moment I've finished Quake by Richard Lehman, which was good. I've finished Natural Born Killers, and that was by one of the Craze ex-wives, where she interviews a few people that's in prison. I finished that, and I've recently finished Home Alone, the first book. What I'm going to do is, at the end of January, I'm going to do a January wrap-up read video, so I can go into the books a bit more and tell you what they're like. I've never really done that on my channel before, because I've never read enough in a month to do that, but I'm trying to read more because I've got a lot of books. as in a lot of books, and a lot of them need to be read. My top shelf, I want to read my books on top shelf and then probably get rid of them because I'm trying to make some room. And then bottom shelf I need to read and get rid of. Middle shelf I'm keeping because that's my movie novelisation shelf. So I've got a couple of books on that shelf now. So yeah, and I had a load for Christmas, so I'm reading the ones that I had for Christmas first. My aim for this year is to read 12 books. 12 books and I'm on my third, so it's not too bad. But yeah, need to make room for new books. When I get into it, when I get reading, I can really get into it and I really enjoy it. And it's, like I said, a nice it's a nice distraction sometimes. Oh, poo. I think I've knotted my thread at the back. It's the only problem with that. You end up knotting it. If this is well and truly knotted, I might have to leave it here for now because it's going to take me too long to unknot the thing, and we've only, I was going to say we've only got a couple of minutes left anyway, so it wouldn't be worth unknotting it and coming back on. It's awkward to stitch like this. Yeah, because somebody's pinched my table. He said, well, I want to be where Mummy is. He said, you're talking to people, so I want to be involved. He said, you're not allowed to talk to people. He always does it. Whenever I film these days, he always comes on the table because he knows I'm talking to people. He's so funny, Leo. The other day, I'm sure he thinks he's a dog because I'm sure I've heard him trying to bark before now. But the other day, my husband had ordered pizzas for us as a little treat. And the door went. Now, when I usually come back when I've been out, he'll come round into the door for a fuss and he's like, Mummy, or, well, not Mummy, obviously can't talk, but if he's upstairs and I'll walk in the house, I'll hear a dum because he's been led on the bed and he's jumped on the floor. And next minute I'll hear a dum 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 with him bounding downstairs because he's a heavy cat. I think I've insulted him now. Like that. No, he's doing a demonstration. Like that. It's a heavy cat. So, and he comes bounding. But the other day, because I was already obviously at home, my husband had ordered pizzas. The door went and he started growling at the door. The cat. My cat started growling at the door. I was like, Leo, it's only the pizza, man. Oh, it's so funny though. Oh, and when he wants feeding, oh, he will let you know. When it's his dinner time, he will let you know. He definitely will. It's like you'll say, oh, I probably should have gone down on these stitches, you know. Never mind. I can't see it. Sorry, I've pulled it out of the camera view, haven't I? I keep doing that. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying, but I'm actually going to leave it here for now. So I'm just going to turn you around a bit so you're back on the table. Oh, and I've dropped my stitching on the floor. Sorry about that. So, stitching's on the floor. So it's not actually turned quite the video I wanted it to turn out. Because we had to awkwardly stitch on my lap. And I kept stitching out of view. But if you're anything like me, for stitch and chats, you're here mostly for the chatting, for the talking while you stitch yourselves. So yes, what are you working on? Let me know in the comments what you are working on at the moment. As I said, I will leave all relevant links in the descriptions below to these. One thing I will say about the 18 count is the fraying is quite bad. It frays a lot more on the 18 count than it does on the 11. So just bear that in mind if you do think about getting the 18 count about the fraying, because it is fraying a fair amount more. It probably didn't help with a cat trying to chew it, and I ended up pulling this thing up. It's so funny at the same time. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna let you go for now. I'm gonna get this video edited in a minute. I'm gonna get my jobs done, and I shall see you again soon. So thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. So goodbye for now, guys. Bye.